Peace and greetings. What's good? It's your girl Nya Thrice here, and I'm back for another video. It's been a hot little minute since I made a video, so I just wanted to do this video as a kind of what's up with me and maybe like catch up with me kind of thing. So I've been busy. Still on tarot and astrology stuff, just kind of having to focus on some stuff behind the scenes and trying to, manage my time as well. And I've been slacking on my videos, and I told myself that this year I would stay on top of my channel. So I'm staying on top of my channel, and I had posed a question to one of the groups, and I was, thinking to myself, like, all right, here we are. Happy Gemini season, by the way, because the sun is now in Gemini. That we are, almost halfway through the year, basically. June is really right around the corner, and that marks 6 months. The sixth month is, the number 6, the Lover's card. Lover's card corresponds to Gemini. Did I do that right? January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, all right, I did it right. Okay, so anyways, so I was trying to figure out, like, okay, well, this year I told myself I was going to be studying the Thoth system, and I really have been. I kind of have my noses in books and doing research and being nerdy in that way. And I was like, wait, so what decks have I really been into this year so far? Because we're at the halfway mark, and I really don't feel like, I've been doing the most, because I think because I'm in study mode, I really haven't been like all over the place with my decks this year. So I've definitely been, if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know I've been using the Thoth deck. So I do have a large trim Thoth, and I have a regular size trim that now looks kind of like a mini deck. And I get really powerful readings from the Thoth deck. I knew I would, but I think when I sat down and really just gave it the time that it kind of deserved for me to soak in the images, to understand kind of some of the processes behind it, and the thought process behind it and whatnot, that the artwork itself is really, really beautiful. Now, these borders that I had trimmed off are hideous. It originally made me not want to use the deck in the first place. It had nothing to do with, the infamy of Aleister Crowley and all that kind of stuff there. Because I really didn't know anything about him. And I'm like, well, he didn't paint it. Lady Frida Harris painted these. And they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. There's so much symbolism in all of them. And I do love my astrological correspondences in them as well. So the Thoth deck, I know it's nothing to write home about, but I have been using Rider-Waite as well. Not really so much on camera though. But in comparing the two, because they were both Golden Dawn, they both came from Golden Dawn background. Arthur Waite and Aleister Crowley. Duh, I got this. I know my stuff. My mouth just doesn't ever seem to want to work for me sometimes. So I've been doing comparing, contrasting, and whatnot between the two, and they're really not. I mean, they're different, but not really, as far as the hidden symbolism and representations behind some of the stuff and whatnot. Another deck that I've really been enjoying so far this year has been the Vision Quest Tarot. This is an AGM deck. It is a Thoth-based deck, but I feel like it's more, I don't know, it's like a hug. If a deck could give you a hug. This is what the backs look like. And then we have It's like Native American themed. But I really love how expressive the pip cards are, I guess you could call them that. The minor arcana cards are, like, you know what I mean? But it has, you know, the titles on the bottom as well. It's a little bit different, but it is like Thoth style based deck. And I really find it to be extremely insightful. And more springtime than fall time. Like, I feel like the colors Lady Frida Harris used, excuse me, they're more overall as a deck, they fall into like this fall kind of, or autumn kind of color palette, whereas this one really seems to just be somewhere in a spring or summer kind of color palette. So depending on my mood, you know, I'll reach for this one. I've been reaching for this one a lot, and I don't hate it. Which is a lot for me to say, because there's some other Native American themed decks that I don't necessarily care for, because I don't like how they portrayed stuff. It was just all over the place, and like I wasn't feeling it. I didn't like it. But this one is dope. This one I can get on with. So I've been using this one. I really like it. If you haven't tried it, I don't think you would be sorry if you gave it a shot. Another deck that I picked up, and I haven't really put this one to too much use yet, but I have pulled it out a few times. Like, I've used so little decks this year that I don't really have that many to pull out. So this one is the Tower of the Spirit, which is also a Thoth-based deck. And this one is very colorful. Very... it's just very beautiful. I have no words for it right now. I'm just sharing what I've been using, but I've been really feeling the artwork in this deck. And again, I think I really haven't used this one too much, because some, like this saying Sacred Chord here, which one is this? The Two of Water. The Golden Dawn definitions or titles would be different for it. It wouldn't say Sacred Chord, you know what I mean? So I think I really haven't pulled for this one too often, because I'm trying to retain the Golden Dawn correspondences and whatnot, and just that's where I'm at. I want to be able to recall it as I progress onwards. So, but I do like it. It reads really beautifully. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, so that's that. And now this one is probably my least used one. Vision Quest and the Rider-Waite-Smith are also kind of on the bottom of the totem pole, because the Rider-Waite-Smith has more been like on reference. Sometimes I pull it out for readings, but I've mainly been using the Thoth and the Tabula Mundi deck, which, yeah, if y'all not tired of me talking about this deck already. It's so good though. It gets better with time too. So here are the backs, the lovely backs. Here's the Priestess. Yeah, the symbolism, the form, the function, and the artistry of this deck is just so good. I think it really pays homage to the Thoth system and what a modernized version of it would look like. Honestly, this has really become more than I expected it to, you know, kind of a go-to deck for me this year. And I have to say, there's something about it that allows you to be tactful and truthful at the same time. Something about the way that the art is renditioned, at least for me, this is how it comes out, that I can be very truthful, talk about very heavy subjects if necessary, but also to be almost poetic in my delivery of that message while being tactful and mindful of what's going on. It's just, I've had nothing but good experiences with this deck. I'm sorry if that's washed out a little bit. Yeah. So Tabula Mundi, yeah, that's what it is. And speaking of Tabula Mundi, there is, if you guys don't listen to the Fortune's Wheelhouse podcast, you should totally check it out. If you're looking for a good podcast that goes into the esoteric, the symbolism of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck or the Waite-Smith deck and the Thoth deck, throughout the majors, they cover those two guys. And then when they got into the minors, Susie and Mel start discussing also the Tabula Mundi cards, as well as the Rider-Waite-Smith and the Thoth. And they get into the nitty gritty. They get into how they explain how the the minor cards are the deacons, while there's the 7 major planets and the 12 zodiac signs in the major arcana. Right? Yeah, and then the 3 mother letters from the Hermetic Kabbalah, or the Tree of Life. Yeah. See, I got this. So as you guys could tell, I'm definitely talking about things that I'm learning as I'm talking here, but I love the journey, and it's all about the journey for me. So I figured I'd share it with you guys. So yeah, the only other one which I really recently got and was gifted was the Zilich Tarot, which I do not have on me right now. I'll do a separate flip through video of it so you guys can take a look of it, because it's really beautiful. It is also Thoth based. It reads way better than I expected it to. I was like, ooh, pretty, it's like, ooh, shiny. Can I have that? Let me get that. And then I got it, and, I pulled it for like daily pull and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, ooh, it gave me some pretty powerful messages, dude. And they were on point, in retrospect for like a daily pull. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to share y'all with my peoples on my channel. So that's pretty much been that. I've also been trying to get my website situated. It's up and running. It's functional. There's still a couple of design things that need to get tweaked. It's not really horrible, but it's still not up to my exact liking and function and all that stuff. So I've been kind of working on that in the background. I do have reading services available on there. You can just go to NyaThrice.com or themetaphysicalmommy.com, but you'd rather go to the website, because I'm getting ready to start writing up some articles and supplement to the channel and vice versa. So so I'm working on making it a whole big container of information for you guys, because there's certain things that are better to read and better to see and grasp after you've discussed it, or vice versa too, you know what I mean? So so I'm trying to do my part to getting that information to you. So like I said, it's still kind of at the skeletal phase right now, if you will, but there's a little bit of content on there if you are curious. I've been trying to work on doing some dailies, but it is getting a little bit daunting right now because I have a lot of things going on. So I may write weeklies instead so that I could have dailies out every day. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, but I've been enjoying practicing my astrology that way too. So we're gonna see how the astrology thing is gonna go on the blog, but for now that's where I'm at. That's what I'm led to do, and I'm enjoying it. You know, so I do want to keep that up if I can. So yeah, so I've been talking for 15 minutes. I think that's pretty much where I'm at. What do you guys think about me doing weekly readings on here as a message of the week or something like that? Would y'all hate that? Would that be too much? Because, you know, different people feel different ways about the channels that they watch. You know, so far this has been either informational or kind of talking about decks as products, as you guys are also, you know, either tarot enthusiasts and things like that. But there's the other side of me that wants to read too, because that's what I do. I mean, I do that, but I mean, like, put it out there so people can kind of get a taste of how I would read. Does that make sense? So I was thinking about doing something like that. What do you think? Or should I just do a separate channel? My question is, should I do it on this channel or should I do it on a separate channel? That's my question. You know, sometimes I figure like I should just keep it all here because it's just easier to maintain that way. But then over time, I'll end up having more readings and I will maybe informational stuff. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just riffing with you guys. I'm gonna stop rambling now and I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. But I just wanted to give you some updates on that. I do also have a few. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go because I'm getting rambly and I don't even know what I'm trying to talk about anymore. So much love, many blessings. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, day, and all that beautiful stuff. Peace, peace, peace.